the Florida sunshine and get out of the snow and ice. They used the house for only 10 to 13 weeks of the winter season. The rest of the year, the house was empty. They had two servants, a manservant and a maidservant, who never lived in the house. They always lived in town. The house had plumbing and electricity from the very beginning. But in this day, electricity worked lights and telephone only. So there's no such thing as a tool or an appliance with an electric cord. We know that while the family was here, they entertained a great deal. The newspaper shows them, tells them that they had 9 to 11 different courses of food. And in this day, it was the custom that every different kind of food have its own dishware and its own flatware. On the back table, we have set up a fish course. You can see from the platter that the fish would have been served whole, just the guts are taken out. And then there is a matching plate for each individual. And you've got a fish fork and a fish knife. You know that it is a fish knife because it has 5 tines, where a dinner fork has 4, and a shrimp fork has 3, and an escargot fork has 2, and a nut meat fork has 1. You know it is a fish knife because it's sort of shaped. And you can't use these for anything but fish, not crabs, fish. Another example are the green bowls right here on the side. They're just for fruit. You dares not put pudding in them. So while the family is dining, these drapes are closed and the servants are readying the next course of food here in the butler's pantry. We're going to walk through this way to the kitchen.
Mansion of that time, huh?
Yeah.
I see you've got a beautiful bouquet of camellias. Thank goodness for all of these windows in this gigantic kitchen, because this was a wood-fired stove. They would build a campfire here in this portion of the stove, and they wanted to keep the stove going all day, because originally coming off of a pipe back here, there would have been a nickel-plated reservoir, and that would have been their hot water supply for the house. So they had hot water if the stove was going, if it wasn't cold water. This is their oven, much tinier than yours, but they cooked all day long. So if something were done early for dinner, you simply put it up in the warming oven until it was ready to be served. The thing that slays me is that the only control they have on this oven is this door.
Yeah.
With the door open, more oxygen gets into the fire, and so it gets hotter. If things are cooking too fast, the bread's getting too dark too soon, then you simply close the door and damp down the fire.
When there was more art than science.
I might start.
Yeah.
Remember, there's no Publix. You do all your own baking.
And who wants to wash dishes for 7-course meal or 11-course meal?
There are two
With
servants.
no.
We do not know. But I can't imagine, even if it's only a party of, let's say, 6 or 8 people, 11 courses plus 11 sets of dishware. Could 2 people do that? Or did they have to hire in additional servants part-time for the party? We have no idea. I'm doing all those dishes in this sink. You know, you have to dry them with cotton dish towels. And those cotton dish towels have to be washed and ironed. If you wash something, it must be ironed. Underwear, pajamas, sheets, everything gets washed. This is what they use for a washing machine. You would put it over 2 eyes and let the water come to a boil, and then you would carry it to the back porch. Because back porches are for doing chores, front porches are for socializing. And on the back porch they had a stomper. It was sort of like a funnel on a stick, and they moved the clothes through the hot soapy water. And then wring them, and rinse them, and wring them, and hang them out on the line, and then bring them inside and iron. You would sprinkle them with a little water before you iron. These things are called irons because they're made out of
Iron.
And you know how heavy they are by the numeral.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Takes 30 minutes to get one of these suckers hot. And yet you can only use it for 10 minutes before it is cooled sufficiently to no longer be effective. So every family had multiple irons because you couldn't have an excuse to sit down. You would need a pile of rags around here so you didn't burn the skin to the bone. But still, blisters were the name of this chore.
That'd be rough.
Yeah, they.
Afraid we have cold clothes.
Yeah.
You know,
Very interesting.
do women today iron men's shirts, or are they always sent out to the
You just go buy a new one.
Speak from the practice.
Sometimes.
When I look at men, it seems that the tailoring or the pressing of them is so perfect. I don't think I was that good at it. Or maybe I never practiced hard enough, I'm not sure. I did, once upon a time. I think we did too. Then as far away from this hot stove as they can get is the ice box. Remember, no electric cords, no batteries. So, ice was delivered by a man in a horse cart 6 days a week. One had to have this sign in the window facing the street. And whatever number is up is the number of pounds you want today. The iceman would take the ice pick, like that little wooden handle with a poker on it, and from his huge block in his horse cart, he would chop off a block of ice that big. And then he would grab it in those big iron tongs, come running in the back door, and put it here on the right side for you. Down the bottom is a hole for the melted water to go out into a dish pan. And you would have to empty that dish pan twice a day, or you'd have a mess on your hands.
Did mainly rich people get ice delivered? Or did everybody get ice delivered?
How much ice you got depended on whether you had fresh meat that you wanted to hold.
Milk
So-
or whatever?
Well, at this time, I will tell you, because you asked the question about the house next door. These are wealthy people who are
Sure.
tourists. Next door, and I hope you take time to go in that house, 5 years later than this, lived a family of 7. Mom, Dad, 4 boys, and a girl. And all 5 of those kids grew up to adulthood, past college and to marriage before they left that house. Now you look at those bedrooms and figure out how 5 kids and 2 adults manage. Think about the closets. Think about Mom cooking for 7 in that kitchen versus this one.